save he that had the mark or the number of the beast.
That have the mark.
Yeah.
You gotta have. You gotta. Everybody got the cards, but this mark it's gonna be something that we put in you.
Exactly. And then talking about Christianity. Oh, nobody gonna buy and sell to him that has Christianity. I think they're trying to get rid of the Bible. Yeah, fuck. The hell? I thought they're trying to get rid of the Bible. Why the hell would that be talking about Christianity? It's talking about the RFID chip, man. The RFID, radio frequency identification device, man.
And I'm sorry, one more point, sorry. And it's big. It's happening now. It's not like it's down the road.
Everybody know about that now.
The first family, we was at the Jacob family.
Yeah.
They got it, and then now they have chip parties, the Baja Club, the chip parties. That's all over the goddamn place.
It's Wisconsin, which is in a state of New York. So if it started there in one of their companies, what makes you think it's not going to happen anywhere else? Now, my job personally, they have a biometric system to where you have to swipe your card, but your card has an RFID chip on it. You swipe your card and then you put your fingerprint on it, and that like clocks you in and out. So everything is going back to biometrics and that RFID tracking.
Exactly, bro. You're right.
To furthermore enslave you, to put you in bondage, back where they want you at in their grabs. Because it says, I'm sorry, read it again one more time, brother.
Yep. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save that he had the mark or the number.
That's the first part of the scripture.
Yep. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark.
That's the word I was looking for, to receive. It was the word receive. Now you're going to receive this, so we're going to give you something. Now this is what you get. You can't give it back, no backseat. So it's yours. Everybody going to have their bonded, free, rich and poor, all going to have that mark. All right? Yeah, brother.
To receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
And then they give you a specific place that they're going to put it. Right or left, or your forehead, or either your butt cheek.
Yeah, you might put it in your ass cheek. Now, the brother mentioned biometrics. Bio or biology means the study of living organisms. Huh? Right. And biology is the study of living organisms. Like human beings, mammals, which we are mammals. Cold-blooded creatures, fish, so on and so forth. Metric is a unit of measure, like a meter. So biometric is a unit of measure of a living organism. So when they put this chip in you, into your body, it's going to have all their records on it. That's how they're going to measure you. Okay, we have this chip in his head now. Now in this chip, we got his criminal history. We got his bank account, his reproductive history, medical history. We got everything about this individual on this chip. Everything is going to be on the chip. We won't be able to function without that chip. And guess what? A lot of people are going to get weak in that day. That's why it's called the hour of temptation. An hour don't really mean an hour. If I say this is the hour of, this is your final hour, I don't mean this is your last 60 minutes on earth. This is your last time left. So when it says the hour of temptation, it's a certain time period when you're going to be tempted. And you're going to be tempted to get that chip. Because when you're in that cash society, because what's going to happen is hyperinflation. More and more dollars going to be pumped out into the public. And the more and more dollars that are in circulation, the less and less value the dollar has. Like I made an example last week. You ever watch MTV Cribs? Yeah, man, it's only 3 of these cars in the whole world. You can imagine how expensive it is. But if there was 3,000 of them cars left, then it wouldn't be as expensive. The value would decrease because it's more. So the more dollars that's in circulation, the less and less value the dollar has. So the time is going to come out of an inflation where you're going to need more dollars to buy the same thing. A loaf of bread may cost $5, now it's going to cost $50. So before you would get paid $500 in a week, and you would use $200 to buy your groceries for the month. Now you're going to need $2,000 to buy your groceries for the month. Or $2,500 or $3,000 to buy your groceries for the month. That's why you can't survive on for that. Right. So you know what you have to do? You have to rob and steal and kill.
I'm sorry, it's like at one point. And that's why the trade wars is happening. I'm sorry, it's like
Yeah, real quick, because last week we brought out an article about the trade war. Now, the only time that ever happened other than this time was during the time of World War II. During the time of, it was a recession. But when, I believe under President, I forget the president that was ruling at that time, Herbert Hoover, he implemented the trade war, which slowed down business with America at the time, which further made the recession into a Great Depression. So not only did the trade war slow down business, that the World War II, which actually led to an actual war, where it hyperinflated everything, because now the products become more expensive, because now these other nations are not doing business with you because it's a higher tax. They charge you more for the same service, so they just cut you off completely. So Donald Trump implementing this trade war is actually going to make the dollar hyperinflation, like what you see in Venezuela right now. People in Venezuela going crazy. They're literally killing people. They breaking in the zoos to kill the animals that's caged up. This is a real reality that's about to hit, and Donald Trump is the guy that's about to push it.
And the big bear, like the big bully.
Oh, not to mention Slovakia. China also came back as a retaliation method with $50 billion worth of tariffs. Yeah, Franklin D. Roosevelt. There you go. China retaliated against Donald Trump with $50 billion in tariffs against America. So 2018 going into 2019, you're gonna see a drastic change in everything going up. Gas, your light, Con Ed, the food that you buy, minimum like the brother said. Huh?
Minimum wage going up?
Oh, nah, minimum wage is not going to go up. But you're going to pay more in taxes. So it's about to hit the average American pockets. More people are about to be in poverty. More people are about to lose their job. And Donald Trump is the proponent of this trade war that's about to affect you stupid people.
And guess what? Even if minimum wage do go up, it don't matter, because minimum wage can go up, but the value of life is going to increase. So it don't matter.
Exactly. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed.
Because it's going to have no value. They showed that in that movie, I Am Legend. Esau put, like that out movie, there's a one little quick clip. They showed the money on the floor was laying there. Because in that time period, money had no value. That's the reason why a lot of these films that come out in this modern day time are all like post-apocalyptic films. All dystopian type films.
And also in that same movie, they show gas prices at like $6, $7, showing you that it's going to go up eventually.
If I can add too, in that movie with Day After Tomorrow, where they had the scene when all of, like, I guess it was supposed to have been elites sitting around the table, and they said it's gonna come to a time where you're gonna go to the ATM to get money out the ATM, and ain't gonna be no money coming out the ATM because the money ain't gonna be worth anything.
Right.
You know?
Right. Which the RFID chip is, the Federal Reserve note is only that. It's a note. Because when they set up the banking system, they took all the gold from the people. They hoarded the gold and gave you a receipt of whatever your purchase was, which is the Federal Reserve note. So they're gonna go down to try to get their gold or money out the bank, but it ain't gonna be useless because technically it's on a belief that money is the actual value, that is backed by gold. But it's not, man. You American people has been duped, man.
They took all your money, they took all your gold, and they gave you the FRN.
Right.
So you're here.
See that?
It says, I'll start from the top. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and the gold shall be removed. The silver and the gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh. They shall not satisfy their souls, not defend their bowels.
That happened during the time of the Great Depression, where people literally took their cash during the Wine Republic. They literally took it to burn it for cold, to warm them up, which was a stumbling block for their iniquity. So showing you this is about to happen again. In Venezuela, Puerto Rico is going through hyperinflation right now. And Puerto Rico is a commonwealth of America. America technically obliged by a contract to help Puerto Rico. But Donald Trump under America just cast Puerto Rico to the side and said we ain't gonna help it, which is a commonwealth, which is an ally. Technically speaking, you made a contract that when you have a commonwealth with somebody, you have to take care of them like it's your own. But they cast them off, so showing you that that's a part of U.S. territory. They cast them off. What do you think is going to happen to the rest of the country?
Well, that's a wake up call for the bitch down there. They want to be. They're saying, oh, she's Yahweh Shai is the white man. They moved right off. They like they said in Ephraim brings their children up to the oppressor.
You still reading? All right, go. Look at judgment for the chip. Genesis 14 chapter.
Revelations 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image,
The beast, we're talking about NATO and the EU. NATO stands for the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the EU stands for the European Union. The beast is also known as the Roman Empire. When you go into the research, you'll find out those same nations that was a part of the ancient Roman Empire are now part of the EU and NATO today. So NATO and the EU is nothing more than the Roman Empire revitalized, giving new life in this modern day time. Go ahead.
and his image,
And its image system, this New World Order. This New World Order is nothing more than a totalitarian form of world government. That's what New World Order basically is. That's why Esau wants to turn everything into one. Logos Ordo Seclorum really means a new world order for the ages. That goes back to like ancient Rome. That was actually in a poem I believe was written by Virgil, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look it up.
and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand,